of you niggas ain't real. Some of you niggas ain't real. Some of you niggas ain't real. Some of you niggas ain't real.
Peace, peace. Shalom, shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Knowledge for Knowledge, an exchange of information with Knowledge Ali. Here at Knowledge for Knowledge, we like to go over and to discuss topics relating to the so-called black community to inform, educate, and find solutions to problems so they are no longer a problem. I'm your host, Knowledge Ali. On tonight's episode 10, we're going to cover knowledge of self. I'll give y'all a little second. Get a little comfortable, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a Monday. We just getting off work and whatnot, but I wanted to stop by and drop this off on y'all real quick, like, you know. I'm giving y'all all this other stuff. I got to give you knowledge of self. So let's go ahead and break down what knowledge of self is, right? This refers to a deep understanding of one's own thoughts, emotions, values, strengths, weaknesses, belief, and motivations. It's about being aware of who you are at both a conscious and subconscious level. This self-awareness allows individuals to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. In many cultures and philosophies, excuse me, including the teachers of the nations of gods and earth, also known as the 5% nature, knowledge of self is seen as a foundational step towards personal and societal transformation. It involves a continuous process of self-discovery and self-improvement, often leading to a more fulfilling and empowered life. The concept of knowledge of self is central to the teaching of the nation of gods and earth, also known as the 5% nation. I'm gonna give you a breakdown. Now, as far as knowledge of self within the nation of gods and earth, it teaches that black people are the original people of the planet Earth, and therefore are the fathers, or also known as gods, and the mothers are also known as Earths of civilization, right? Just follow with me. Now I'm gonna clear it up for you. Now, also with knowledge of self, you got what's called the supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet. These are sets of principles created by Clarence 13X, also known as the Father Allah, which we use to understand the universe and one's place within it. Now, the name 5%er comes from the belief that only 5% of humanity understands the truth and about the existence. And, the 5% is determined to enlighten the 85% who are keeping ignorance or left deaf, dumb, and blind by the remaining 10% who are the elites, or also known as the bloodsuckers of the poor. Now, knowledge of self involves understanding one divine nature and potential, It's about recognizing that black men are gods and women are earths, embodying the highest form of existence. Hey man, y'all like the live, share the live, drop them comments. If y'all want to come up on the panel, y'all already know how to do, come on, let's go. But yeah. This knowledge empowers individuals to transform their lives and communities. It encourages self-discipline, self-respect, and commitment to uplifting others. Educate yourself about your true history, culture, and potential. The supreme mathematics and alphabet can be used to decode the world around you. By gaining knowledge of self, individuals can better understand their strengths and weaknesses and purposes. This can lead to personal growth and a more fulfilling life. Yeah, I'm just follow me. So, knowledge of self can be seen as a tool for collective empowerment and social change, building strong, self-sufficient communities. We got like artists like Rakim, KRS-One, Wu-Tang Clan, Jay Elonica, they all done incorporated the teachers into the music and have influenced, various aspects of the culture, particularly, most importantly, hip hop. The emphasis on self-knowledge and empowerment has also inspired, broader social movements focused on racial justice and equality. This perspective on knowledge of self is deeply rooted in the idea that understanding one's true nature and potential is the key to personal and collective liberation. It's a powerful message that aligns well with your focus on empowerment and challenging societal norms. Let's get into the supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet real quick, and understand that you can use these to interpret and in understanding the world. So, what is the supreme mathematics? It is a system that assigns symbolic meanings to numbers from 0 to 9. And each number represents a principle or a concept that helps you understand and navigate life. You know what I'm saying? So I break it down, I go through the numbers. So 1, knowledge, which is the foundation of all things in existence. 2, wisdom. It's the manifestation of knowledge, often through actions. 3, understanding. The clear comprehension of knowledge and wisdom. 4 is for the culture / freedom, the way of life and the freedom to live it. 5 is about power and refinement, the ability to influence and improve oneself and others. 6, equality, which is the balance and fairness in all interactions. 7 is God, the supreme being, often referring to the so-called black man. So understand that's what you is. So be who you be. 8 is to build or destroy, which is the process of creation and destruction to bring about a positive change. 9 is to be born, which is the completion of a cycle, bringing forth something into existence. It takes 9 months for a child to cook. Sometimes it takes some of us 9 months to cook, or 9 times, or 9 months, 9 years, 9 weeks. 9 is a significant number. Sometimes it takes 9 in order to truly be born. You done went through all this, and then you get to 9 and like, yeah, I done came out the other side. I'm born. I'm new. And then you got 0, which is the cipher. It's the circle of life, representing completeness and wholeness. Now, we got the supreme alphabet, right? And with the supreme alphabet, it assigns meanings to each letter of the English alphabet, often forming acronyms that can convey a deeper message. I'm going to break it down for you. A is for Allah. B is to be or be born. C is to see. D is for divine. E is for equality. F is for father. G is for God. He is for he or her. I is I or Islam, which is I, self-Lord, am master. J is for justice. King, K, is to be king or to be king of your kingdom. So king or kingdom. L is for love, which can either be hell or it can be right. M is master. N is in, now, or nation. O is cipher. P is for power. Q is for the queen. R is to rule or be a ruler. S is for self, which also is savior. T is for the truth, and also to stand firm on your square. U is for you, the universe, you and I, versus everything else. Yeah, marinate on that. I said you, in, I, versus everyone else. V is for that victory. W is for wisdom, which a lot of wisdom also comes from woman. X is for the unknown. Y is to always ask why in order to learn. Z is zigzag zig, which is another name for Allah. But in daily life, the supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet can help you interpret daily events, make decisions, and communicate with each other. Like it's a whole nother language. Like don't nobody even know what you're talking about. They just hear a bunch of words, but they don't know the meaning behind the words that you laying down. So yeah, you can use the supreme mathematics to decode the significance of a date or an event too. You know, a lot of people like we'll touch on that in the panel or whatnot. You know, we'll get into a cipher so you know what that is. Well, y'all already know what it is. Like when we be sitting around here and it be a group of us talking, that's what's called a cipher. It's a circle. It's completing something. It's whole. It's an exchange of information. You know what I'm saying? So the supreme mathematics and alphabet are tools used for self-improvement and empowerment, which can help individuals understand their purpose and their potential. These systems are designed to provide a framework for understanding the universe and one's place in it, aligning well with your focus on self-empowerment and improvement. Now, check it. Knowledge of self is just not about individual enlightenment, you know. It's also about uplifting the entire community, you know. Each one has a responsibility to teach one. And before, real quick, I'm gonna give y'all a Knowledge Ali book recommendation since we touching on knowledge of self, right? So you got a book. It's called Knowledge of Self. It's by Dr. Supreme Understanding Allah. It's a very dope book, very informational. The book go over topics like who am I and why am I here? What's my purpose? Is salvation coming? Do I have to save myself? Are the laws that govern both our life and the universe? What are the laws that both govern our lives and the universe? Can I learn to use them? Why don't science and religion agree? Which is right? Who are the original people? Who is God and where is he? What happens when I unalive? Why is there so much injustice in the world? What can we do about it? Why are people of color in the situations they in? Why are we constantly being lied to and used? What can we do about, the global problems of racism and poverty? If you got no type of questions that been floating on in your head, like go get a copy of Knowledge of Self by Dr. Supreme Understanding Allah. It could possibly help you answer a lot of them questions you got floating around in your head that we tend to have floating around in our head that we don't really speak on aloud, but we be wondering about ourselves and our place and all this around us. Like, what's the purpose or what purpose does it serve? That might be a starting point for you. I'm just throwing it out there. So we don't cover a lot, and it sums down to like, it's saying that the so-called black man is God. Well, what about the so-called black woman? I got you. I'm breaking down Knowledge of Self, which it stems from, the nation of gods and earth, or the 5% nation. So I got to explain like for the men, and then I got to explain for the ladies. Cause y'all, supposed to have and need knowledge of self too. So y'all know who y'all are because y'all raised the babies. The ladies raised the babies. So the ladies most definitely got to have knowledge of self. Hey, shout out to my niece, Mara. Thank you for liking the live, She young and she finna get some knowledge of self. So y'all shout out to my niece. But so with the earths, right? That's what the women call, right? They're referred to as earths, which this is to reflect their vital role and significance within the community. And the earths, they're seen as the mothers of civilization, responsible for nurturing and educating the next generation. So yeah, ladies, earths, y'all have a great responsibility to the children or the stars that's within the universe. You know what I'm saying? Earths are also considered partners to the gods, the men. This partnership is essential. It's essential for maintaining balance and harmony within the community. Together, we work towards collective empowerment and growth, man and woman. So, earths, they are encouraged to gain, knowledge of self, understanding their divine nature and potential. This self-awareness is seen as a path to personal empowerment and leadership. Many earths, they involved in community activism, working to address, social issues, promote education, and support independence within the community. Now, like, you may not know it because like it ain't advertised like that, but like they everywhere, especially music and in the culture. And then the ones who are making a difference in the community, they probably are or done studied the material and are passing along the teachings, Like I say, each one teach one. But, we men, the gods, and we need you women, we need y'all. We can't do this without each other. We come from you. The gods come from the earth. Let's go ahead and get that correct. Like, I don't know nothing about no coming out no rib, making no woman for no rib or nothing like that. Because when you start studying the skeletal system, you find out both of y'all got the same amount of ribs. But understand this, long as the earth is always healthy and fertile, she gonna produce a god. So therefore, the gods come from the earth. So we got to respect the earth better. That's all. If you know, you know. We got to embrace our divine nature, Recognize your worth and understand that you are inherently valuable and capable of greatness. Embrace your unique qualities and potential. It's about time. It's about time to explore and understand who you truly are. We run from a lot of things. We mostly run from myself. This journey of self-discovery is essential for personal growth and fulfillment. Embrace it. Continuously seek knowledge about your history, culture, and the world around you. Knowledge is a powerful tool for empowerment and transformation. Surround yourself with supportive and like-minded individual who, they're going to encourage your growth and, y'all, share your values, respect you for who you are, not what you are. Once you gain knowledge of self, use your knowledge and them skills to, contribute to your community. You got to empower others by sharing what you have learned and support others on their journey. Everybody on the journey of knowledge of self. Allow yourself to be open and honest about your experiences and emotions. Vulnerability, is a strength. It fosters, some deep connections and healing. Strive for personal growth and self-improvement, Like you gotta reflect on your experiences. You gotta learn from them. Everything here is designed to teach you a lesson in some shape or form. And nonetheless, you gotta keep moving forward. Don't allow yourself to ever become stagnant, Celebrate and preserve your culture too, your cultural heritage. It's a source of strength. And it's your identity. It's what connects you to your roots and your community. So to have knowledge of self is to know who you truly are. You got to challenge these norms, these harmful norms, and advocate for justice and equality. You got a voice. Use it, to create a better world for future generations. You know what I'm saying? Remember though, that gaining knowledge of self is an ongoing process, Same as healing. Peace, goddess of light. Shout out to goddess of light. Thank you for liking the live, sharing the live. Much love. But like I say, with gaining this knowledge of self, it's an ongoing process. And like I say, the same with healing. And that's my new thing. Like once you start healing, I don't think there is a such thing as healed. You're in a constant state of healing because we always going through something that's always going to have an effect on us that we got to like recover from. So be patient with yourself, stay curious and remain committed to your growth and empowerment. With these principles, they can serve as a foundation, aligning with your focus on self-improvement, emotional intelligence, was I talked about that on a previous episode. Y'all might want to go check that out. That was a very informative episode if y'all wondering about emotional intelligence and what it is, and a good explanation and breakdown. Y'all check out that episode. And healing, keep inspiring and empowering others, with your work, use yourself as an example. Like, don't get all this knowledge and be no gatekeeper and keep this shit to yourself. You feel me? That ain't what this shit for. For real. That's not as well. Like everything that you done learned, unlearned, and relearned, you supposed to share it with the next person. For real. Like when you interact with a person and y'all go y'all separate ways, that interaction is supposed to give you something that you didn't have before you met that person. Both of y'all are supposed to exchange knowledge for knowledge. That's what I'm giving y'all. It's an exchange of information. So, like, if you on your journey, of knowledge of self, continue to push forward and just, don't worry about nobody else. Don't worry about no negativity. Fuck the naysayers, and strive for the greatness within you. Fuck everybody else. Shit. On that note, I'm done. I'm done. Let's close the show. It's Monday. I know it's been a long day. We're going to keep this short. So, if there's any topics or questions, you like us to go over, you can hit us. You can shoot us an email, knowledgeforknowledge24@gmail.com. That's knowledge, the number 4, knowledge24@gmail.com. We'll pick them. We'll go on them live. We'll break them down. That ain't nothing. Like, I do this all day. You can also find these episodes on the YouTube channel. Knowledge for Knowledge, man. Subscribe. Come on. Stop playing. This is too much. This the soul food. This the real soul food y'all need. Like, come on, fix your plate. I'm cooking all day, every day. Dinner always gonna be served at 6:00. So yeah, check out the YouTube. Knowledge for Knowledge. Knowledge, number 4, Knowledge. That's the YouTube channel. Once again, thank you all for joining and watching. Over here, we like to celebrate the richness and the culture. We hope this episode has inspired and empowered you. Remember, knowledge is power, and together we can uplift and transform our communities. Stay connected with us on social media and share your thoughts and stories. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep shining. Peace. Shalom. Wa alaikum assalam.
Some of you niggas ain't real. Some of you niggas ain't real. of you niggas ain't real. Real. Some of you niggas ain't real.